nuts. What's good, guys? A little bit of a late start. I overslept. I had a lot of trouble sleeping last night, unfortunately. And by the time I fell asleep, it was probably around 4 a.m. So I'm feeling really crappy. But everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get to work, get some things sorted. But on my way to work, I do want to quickly stop and pull over and show you that weird thing that I was talking about last night that the council's like set up for the wildlife here that just doesn't make sense. This is that thing I was talking about last night with the koala. They build this net crossing, right, with all these ropes so that, you know, animals, possums and things can climb up there, then go across this net thing to then get to the other side with more ropes that then like bring it down over there. I'm like, how are the animals gonna even know that that's there? I don't really understand it. But yeah, and it's like an inside kind of net tunnel. It's weird. But yeah, don't know how it's gonna work. Unfortunately, today's breakfast is nowhere near as exciting as usual. Just a iced latte from McDonald's and a sausage and egg McMuffin. But I gotta catch up on a stack load of orders, so I'm gonna get into that now. Alrighty guys, so we're currently doing a whole bunch of work to this 33 here, and Semi's currently welding up the turbo compressor housing. Getting some nice fittings on there to make sure that it all fits in the engine bay, because this customer's running a low mount HKS exhaust manifold, if you can see in there. So the turbo comes out nice and low right here, and the exhaust then comes through here. So it's really good for heat management, but you got to weld a bunch of tight radius bends and stuff on the intake and the compressor housing itself just to get it all to fit in there nice, especially when you're running such a big turbo like this. We believe it's a GTX 3076R, so it's going to be pretty baller, but it's definitely a tight fit. Alright, so I've just finished lunch and I'm going to take this opportunity while I still got some time to jack up the car, change the diff oil, and maybe even be able to move the car to the back and do a coolant flush today. But let's just see how time goes and at least get this diff done, because it's just so loud. I got the car jacked up on stands, ready to drain this bad boy. Gonna just zip this thing off with the rattle gun. Feeling a bit lazy today. And there it goes. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, she's a bit dirty. Let that drain out, come back in 10-15. We'll pick it up from there. One super important thing that you can't forget is gasket coupe on your little ceiling bung. Just a tiny bit, and then you just want to put it on there and spread it around with your finger, just so no oil seeps through and starts leaving little puddles around. You don't need a lot, just a tiny bit in the threads, help it to seal, and you're good to go. Okay, so it is now time for me to put this back where it came from, which is in here. And what was really good actually was like there was pretty much no metal shards at all on the magnet, which is a good sign that my diff is healthy. And once you get the threads lined up, which I'm extremely struggling with because I'm using my left hand here, hashtag vlog life. All right, what's going on? What's going on here? There we go. All good. Alrighty, that's done up nice and tight. So wipe off any excess oil. I'll go over that as well with a bit of brake cleaner later on as well. Just clean it all up. But we should be good now to start filling in through the fill up port there. Already got the Penrite diff oil there ready to roll. Start pumping her in. Got the filler in. This is the hose that leads to the pump. And pump the sucker in. If anyone's wondering, I've got a Tomei two-way and I'm putting in 80W90. And we're just gonna pump it in until we see a little drizzle start coming out of the top of the fill port. And then we know it's full. We cap it all off and we're done. All right, so see how I've got a stream of oil coming out of the top now? It means the diff's full. So what I'm gonna do is take the filler out, put the cap back in, and then we're done. All right, so the diff oil change is all done. All I gotta do now is pull out the tray and put this oil in the recycling area. As you can see, like all this gray stuff, that's my old diff oil. And then this blue stuff here is the new stuff that leaked out. You can see there's a big difference there between the two. It almost looks kind of cool, right? And then that greeny browny stuff's just from whatever else was previously in there. Poor little cocky had a bad day, fell in the oil and drowned, I guess. But yeah, so two-way diffs, pretty much any type of LSD, you really need to be changing oil frequently in them. Two ways for sure, definitely. I can't get over that. Kind of looks really cool. Super cool. All right, so I've got everything getting flushed out of the coolant. I took my Nismo thermostat out, it's just sitting here, and I've hooked up all the hoses, just got the hose jammed in there, and let the engine run for like 20 minutes or so, get it all the way up to temp, so it just keeps flushing everything out of the system, because yeah, it's definitely got some stuff built up in there from sitting for so long. And I mean, I'm just gonna pretty much keep watching this water, let it run. As long as it's staying clear coming out here for like a good 10 minutes, then I know like it's flushed out everything. And then what I'm gonna do is hook all the hoses back up, and then I'm going to put in a coolant flusher, and I'm still gonna keep my thermostat out. Then I'm gonna run the coolant flusher in my radiator and everything with the thermostat out, let it cycle for 20 minutes, dump it all, do this cycle one more time with no thermostat, then put the thermostat back in and finish up, and we're done. Because yeah, I just don't want any gunk in this system at all. It's finally time. Drink, my precious. Drink. Drink. So the thermostat's open now, and you can just see all the bubbles coming out. And we gotta wait till that stops. Once there's no more bubbles, then we know she's bled. We can put this thing in, seal it up, and then I'll fill up the overflow to the level that it needs to be at, and then we're done. So just heading to the meet now, and water temps are looking great, as well as oil temps. So it looks like we did great with the coolant flush today and got all of that old gunk out of there. But yeah, we're heading right now to Aspley Macca's, and hopefully tonight's gonna be pretty cool. Early. So I'm here super early, which is good because it means then I can pull my laptop out and get a head start on editing, because I got like 2-3 vlogs to edit, so that I'm a couple of days ahead. So while everyone rocks up, which will be in about an hour, I'll start editing. I'm not sure how this happened, but somehow our communication lines got mixed up. I thought the meet was at Aspley Macca's, but it turns out it's actually a DFO near the airport. So I'm in the airport tunnel right now, trying to get there on time, and hopefully the weather holds up too, because it started raining just as I got in the tunnel. But fingers crossed, all right? So I think we might be at the right place. There seems to be a bunch of mirrors rocking up. Oh, more and more. All right, this looks cool. All right, let's wait till everyone gets here, and then we'll check everything out. It's like one of these things does not belong. Just going for a quick ride with Graham, but I have to say that I'm really distracted by the lured dash. If you're distracted by it as well, please put a crab down in the comment section. I want to know. But anyways, we're heading to Woolworths, which is like a shop 3 buildings away, and we can't be stuck walking in the rain. So hence why we're going for a drive, right? Yep. The lured dash though. We got a lured dash, and we got crab rave. You already know. You already know. I'm so disappointed. There's no crabs here, guys. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Man, I was all crabbed up and ready for this. Damn it. So the first mirror that we're gonna check out tonight is this one. And you can probably tell by the engine bay that there's some shiny stuff in there. And if you look through the grill there, there's a big turb skis, which leads to a little nice tiny intercooler. There's even an oil cooler down in there. Look at that. Man, you crammed so much in this. This is Scheiden's car, by the way.
Yeah, it was effort to get in there. But
so what turbo is this?
It's a K04 off a Mazda 3/6 MPS.
Okay, cool. And okay, you got a nice SARD radiator. And how many cc's is this motor?
998, so like just under
a litre.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dude, this intake manifold's trippy. It has like individual pipes coming off, because it's 3-cylinder, right?
Yeah, 3-cylinder, yeah.
All right, cool. So 3 pipes come off this like weird merge collector thing and go to each cylinder. That's very interesting, but cool. Sick, man. Have you been able to dyno it and know what power it makes?
No, I haven't got a chance to dyno it yet. It's still like pretty new. It's only been on the road for about 2 weeks. So.
Okay, cool. But dude, I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, you know, the turbo, it almost looks like a turbo is meant to fit in behind the grill here.
Yeah, I mean, it cuts so much out to like get it to fit, but
I can see that the number plate really serves as a good thing to like hide the piping and everything in there. Like, if you see in there, the charge pipe's literally right there to the intercooler, so the cops won't even really know. But I mean, unless they see that, right?
Front mirror.
Well, that's cool, man. Anything cool going on in the interior? Pretty standard?
Yeah, it's got like I kind of like my gauge setup.
Oh, cool. You got a nice little like row of gauges there, and then a tacho there. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty trippy. That's sick, man. Nice.
But yeah, and then I got S13 CA seats.
Yeah, I thought they looked like 180SX CA seats, because I've got a 180SX that had a CA, and they're the same seats that were in it. Cool, man. Nice Japan flag on the roof.
Got a rugby sign on the roof.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Cool car.
Cheers.
You guys remember this one? It's back. Nice little top mount, little sucker. This is cool, obviously, because I know Skylines. Looks like a 34 GT, so this will be a non-turbo. I like it. Bayside blue. Wheel fitment's nice. I think these are Workmeisters or they're Rotors. I can't tell. Whoever owns this car, tell me in the comment section if I got that mixed up. I apologize. But kind of nice, clean interior. Nice little GT. Ready for some crazy mods, big horsepower, go to town. Just found out that RX-7 Series 1 wheels seem to go on these mirrors. You just got to bore the center out a bit. The center, like the eccentric ring, is that what you got to bore out?
Yeah, you got to bore it out 5 mil.
5 mil. So you bore the centers out 5 mil, and then you can put on RX-7 Series 1 wheels on.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is an L7 Mira running some Workmeisters, which reminds me of Japan way too much. And what motor is this?
K3.
K3. So this is out of the Syrian, right?
Yes.
So is it a fairly easy swap to put this in?
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet. And what's the power difference between putting the 1.3 in compared to what was in there before?
1 litre.
1 litre?
EJ
So
Simmons one.
extra 0.3?
Yeah, it's about, well, these are like 86 horsepower, aren't they? Somewhere around that, 85, 86?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Something like that in that area. And
So
stock
it's a plus.
EJ's like between 45 to 55, depending on the condition.
Almost double kilowatts.
Almost double the kilowatts.
Yeah.
So throwing one of these in means double the kilowatts compared to the old motor. So it's definitely a good upgrade.
And you can usually pick up a GTVI that's been crashed or
Yeah.
a cheap one for like
Yeah.
$300-500 bucks.
$300-500 for that?
Yeah. Like for a whole car. and
A
put
whole
everything
car?
out, and then put the whole lot in.
I've done that 4 times.
I've definitely got the wrong chassis. So I'm about to go for a ride in Katrina's car, and how cool is the lurid underglow? And nice little dildo shifter, got a Hello Kitty cup holder. Not a dildo shifter, sorry, a flower shifter, my bad. And then full of plushies in the rear. This is really cool. This is like really close. Oh, you got screens. Fast and Furious playing. Man, the only thing that would make this better is the Crab Rave song. All right, so how much PSI does this make?
18 psi
18 PSI. And you're on 98 octane fuel, right?
at the moment. No E85.
Yet though.
Yes. Well, it can. I just haven't filled up on the E85.
Okay. What? Woo! This thing gets up and goes. I know I said I want a Honda Civic, but maybe what I really want is this. Katrina's taking other people out to experience the awesomeness. Man, I literally can't get over how amazing that thing feels. It's ridiculous, but she's put a lot of money into that, like LSD, Haltech. Thing's running 18 PSI.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Alrighty, I need to head home because I need an early night tonight. I need to edit and go to bed before 4 a.m. would be great. Otherwise, I'm not gonna survive for the rest of this week and I'm already starting to feel sick. So, I'm gonna jump in the 34, we're gonna cruise home, get there by 9, we're gonna edit by 10:30, shower, go to bed, and we'll be good. But, before we do any of that, let's do Japanese lesson of the day. Today's Japanese lesson, we're gonna learn ma, which is something you should all actually know because of matsuri. But this is the symbol. It looks like kind of like a T with an extra line through it and a little curly thing on the bottom. And the first one there that we've already said is matsuri. As you guys know, it means festival in Japanese, and it's used when we say drift matsuri, so drifto matsuri. We're gonna also, you guys should also know the next one, manga, and then the other one is manju. So manga is, as you guys know, Japanese cartoons, I guess, kind of. Manga is its own thing, really. You can't put the word cartoon next to that or comics. They're all different. Anyways, but manju is sweet bean paste with doughy shell. Don't really know how else to explain that and why that's in the book. I have no idea. But just so you guys can look at these words with the hiragana, as you can see, and I think that's it. So I think that's kind of awesome because all of you guys will probably know about drift matsuri, and just matsuri in general means festival, like natsu matsuri, which is summer matsuri, and we learnt natsu the other day, right? So natsu matsuri, and yeah, I think that kind of wraps up Japanese lesson. I am extremely wrecked and exhausted. You can probably tell I got bags under my eyes, and it is so hot here. I'm constantly sweating. It's ridiculous, the weather here. It's actually driving me insane, because one day it'll be raining and cool and windy. The next day, full blown like 35, 36 degrees. It's crazy. Anyways, today was fun. Had a lot to do at the workshop today. Managed to work on the 34, which is great as well. And I'm just gonna start tidying that thing up, getting it back to where it was before I left for Japan, just because I wanna get it all kind of cleaned up and whatnot, because I hate to say it, but it looks like I am going to be selling the car. I just really wanna see someone else enjoy it and do something cool with it. So yeah, we'll see what happens to it. We're just gonna tidy it up, get it looking nice and spiffy, as they would say. But anyways, yeah, had a great day, got a lot done, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get to bed early. Like I said, I got home around 9. Everything's on schedule right now. As long as I go and edit, and that takes me only about an hour, I'll be going to bed before 11, which means I can get full 8 hours sleep. I'm so excited. Anyways, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Buy a sticker. Really helps supporting the channel and what I do, and it kind of like subsidizes where YouTube doesn't pay me enough to live off. The sticker sales do. So I really appreciate your support there, as well as Patreon, guys. If you want sneak previews, behind the scene things, go become a Patreon. We've got some super cool like tiers there, all with Nissan engines and stuff like that. Go check it out, see if you want to become a Patreon, as well as right now the Patreons can see the repaired Skyline, so that's kind of cool. So anyways, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Ja mata ne.